Oh, I had to get my face out of the sun. I just couldn't see the screen. It was so big in my eyes. But, as you could tell, I'm at the Lincoln Memorial. That's behind me. Stephanie, angry driver's family. Oh, that's something. That's a Twitter thing that interrupts or whatever. But I don't know if you see the title here. Uh, it's really about, we started a new, giveaway for members of Let's Go Help. And what we're doing now is trying to get people to understand that it takes work to get this stuff. And so one of the things we decided to try is that we're going to give $200 to 2 people every week who have the most attempts in locating grants, applying to grants and everything. And so there's a form that we have. So if you're a member, you go to Let's Go Help, and we'll have it up on Let's Go Help too also. But on the Facebook one, there's a form to fill out. It's it's like a Google Doc. You fill out, you apply, and then all your contacts you have to put in there. And we have, to learn the details about it, if you go to Let's Go Help and look at the guides, there's tabs on the top, and one of them is guides, Guides. Some of those files or more and stuff like that. How can I grant to pay for my student loans? Well, there's no money there's some grant money for student loans. Biden just forgave about 500,000 people of their student loans. And what to do is you go to the I forget what it is, studentloan.gov. Stay with .govs, and for your options in getting rid of that debt. Just don't go to the Google or respond to somebody who emails you or calls you. No, they're just going to get money from you one way or another. There are legitimate ways to get that down and even get some forgiven. But it takes, again, work on your part. So there's 2 ways. Is the Department of Education has one. I think I forget offhand, but it's studentloan.gov, and also consumerfinance.gov. They have a good report on all the options for that. But back to our stuff, as far as helping people learn what it takes. I mean, it's too complicated out there to give one site, and here's a site, you fill out the form and you met it. No, it takes follow-up, and it takes finding the site where you live. A lot of these programs are given, are financed by the federal government, then goes to the local, then goes to the state, and things like that. So what we do is really show you where these are where you live, and you have to follow up after that. So that's what we're trying to do, is encourage more people to follow up. They want to have, like the person said, we want me to show you one place that will pay your student loan, and it's not like that at all. Nothing is. I mean, like every state has special programs at their state to pay student loans. There's ways, if you have certain kind of jobs, you don't have to pay your student loans. And if you've been paying for a long time and still, if you have lost income, you don't have to pay your student loan. There's just too many things that you have to start investigating. And that's what we're trying to do, is get people to do the work to investigate, because the people who want it simple, and as a salesman, I want to make it sound simple, but it really isn't. And you're going to have to put in the time to do it. And it's like that for everything. And there's so much out there. It's growing all the time because our country's still in trouble, and we're still pouring trillions of dollars into trying to solve these problems. So you have to learn this system. It's like if you live in the 19th or 20th century, or now the 21st century, you had to learn to drive a car, right? So you were very happy riding around in horses. But it's a new game. So to get anywhere, to do anything, you have to learn to drive a car. So now it's a computer. To do things, you have to learn to do that computer. There's plenty of places to learn for free, and that shouldn't stop you. But it's going to take effort on your part. And that, I think, is what salesmen like me, perpetuate because they're trying to make you believe, oh, it's easy. All you have to do is this. Now 1, 2, 3, whatever. No, it's easier if you know the system and where to start and what to do. If you're going to go on Google and think that that's your answer to everything, it's in there, but you can never find it. And that's the problem, because Google is there to sell you stuff. And the Google won't be there if they can't make money from advertising. So, and all their investors and everything want more money, so they find more ways to get your attention for people who want to get money from you. See, Google gets paid if somebody does an advertising and gets money from you. Then Google gets paid. They'll pay Google to get that money from you. So that's what the system is all about. So you don't, trying to get money, help for free or something. So see, everything the government has, they don't charge any money for. Now why did I go there? Why am I dark? No, don't make me dark. I don't know why I'm dark. There's something. This is funny. Oh no, that's just darker. Oh, what's that? Oh, I don't know. Okay, we'll suffer here for a while. Gee, it just goes dark. Why do you help me, please? How can I get Grant to pay my student loan? How can I get signed up for this? I'm a new member. Well, yeah, okay, yeah. If you're a member already, then just look. We just put it up last night. You will see a new post about this. There's 2 posts about it, and there's a form to fill out. And if you don't see the post, then go to the guides, Guides, on top of all the posts. So on top of where all the posts are, there's a guides that will tell you about the program and all the specifics and stuff like that. And you just try, and then ask them. All the people that help me will help you too. And that's what I'm trying to do, is make sure that people, help each other, and that's what we're there. So again, if you have if you want to help, I'm looking at some people walking by, and I don't know if they're taking a picture of me or what. To help each other too. So if you see somebody, if you see a member asking for help about something, and you have an idea or a suggestion or whatever, help them. Make people feel they're not alone in this world. So many people think it's a dog-eat-dog world and everything. And, I guess part of our nature is that way. We're survival of the fittest, but I think part of our nature is to help each other too. Why do we like loving people? Why do we like loving a pet? Why do we, it's to share our heart and to help somebody else in this, crazy world that we're all part of. And that's important, I think. And the older I get, I may be just a biased old man, so I may be wrong in all this. I've been wrong before. Many times. I've written 100 books and only 10 have made money. So I know I can be wrong. And the older you get, I forget more stuff. So I don't know if I'm wrong as much, but I know I'm wrong. So I won't make mistakes, because I won't say something's right. Man, I don't know. I'm guessing. I'm guessing every day. Oops. My bag fell. And most experts are. They're guessing. This is a good guess, that's all. And it may or may not work for you. And that's what I'm trying to do, is create a place where you and realize that it's going to be a lot of trial and error, and to have someone here, people that will help you through those failures, and picking up and trying again, and maybe this, and maybe that's the only way you get anything. I mean, when I started this current business too, it took me many, many years to figure out how I could be self-supporting and do this. Everything I learned didn't work anymore. Yeah. I learned how to do infomercials and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't work anymore. I learn a whole new way. And, nobody buys reference books in bookstores anymore. And that's what I was doing. But this way is, to tell you the truth, more interesting and more satisfying. I'm helping people more one-on-one instead of sending out millions of books and hoping somebody opens them up. They're hard as hell to read. It takes work, and few people will do that. So this one-on-one, see, that you could join Let's Go Help, and we're there to help you step by step. You'll fail, you'll try, you'll fail, you'll try. And that's the only way it's going to happen. I mean, it's like learning to walk. You know, you don't just, become 1 year old. Hey, okay, I gotta walk. I'm old enough. Boop, you fall on your ass 100 times before you learn that trick. Or learn how it works for you. Well, you can't just go sit in a class and figure out how to do this. No, you gotta do it, and it's easy to do it because it's all free, and it's just our own mental roadblocks. I mean, I always felt the only people stopping me from success or doing anything is me. Nobody wakes up every day and say, hey, how can we screw Let's Go today? No, it doesn't really work that way. I mean, there are probably a few really hate me, and that's their right. This is, a free country. But it costs a lot of money to be free, doesn't it? So you got to support yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do, is show people the options that are available to support yourself. I mean, there's so many things in this country, ways to earn money, ways to get subsidies to do things you want, ways to help you get the things that are important in life, whether it's a job or a house, an education, things like that. We pour a lot of money into that stuff, and people don't know how to get it because the government who gives it to you has no advertising money. And then they make it complicated because they have to, because of the law. Somebody passes a law to give out the money, and then somebody, the people give out the money don't want people to rip off the government, for the money. So they put laws and hurdles and everything that you have to learn to get over, and they're not insurmountable. If you have an easier way to get the money, go get it. But I think what you want to do is just do something in the world, and do the things that are important for you. And that's what these programs enable you to do, or financial troubles there. I mean, why do we support dozens and dozens of offices in every state that help people with their financial problems? That's right. They're getting grants to help people, anybody in that state, either to solve a financial problem or to start a business or anything. They're all free. I charge you $20. They're doing it for free, but they don't have somebody dressed like a clown advertising that they do this. And that's the thing. Hi, John, let's go. I can't figure out how to actually contact you. I'm a small town. Well, you contact me if you join. Then have you been in the Facebook group yet, or the Let's Go Help 2? And you just start I do one-on-one by answering questions. So you start a question, tell me what you want to need money for, wherever you live, and I put together the best sources for you to start trying to do that. And that's what I do after I do this exercise thing. I'm going to be doing that most of today because I'm piled up on questions, and I enjoy doing that. Other people want to help me do that. I said, no, I want to know what people's problems are, what their questions are. It's questions that fuel my whole being, because if I don't know what you need, then I don't know what to go find for you. And that's what it is. So that's what I mean. To me, answering questions is really, guys, it's food for the rest of my life, as I see it, because we're here to help each other, and that's the best way I could help anybody in this country, is use the knowledge of 40 years of these government programs and show you what's there for you to help problems you have. And I started this by helping Fortune 500 companies do this. So they give me tens of thousands of dollars to do this stuff. It's no fun helping rich people. They're not fun. All they want is money. And if I didn't do it for them, somebody else would. They'll spend that kind of money. There's a long list of people here in Washington that do things for rich people because they don't care what it costs. I didn't want to do that anymore. Cheryl, first and foremost, thank you so much. That's, I share that I find. Yeah, thank you, Cheryl. I understand. It's just that I wanted to show you my appreciation, and so it's a very selfish thing that I did. But let's see. I don't know what. So yeah. So sign up for the new program we have. It's free to sign up, and you get a chance to win $200 by just looking for Grant. So you show us the list of people you're contacted and all this kind of stuff. It's there in the application, and Mary or Sabrina will help you on that, and Karen, everybody. But that's what it's all about, for you to understand that you have to get out there, and this is the way to do it. So it's an incentive for you to start learning how the system works and how to use it the best. You know, you would like it to be easy, so would I, but it doesn't work that way. So we're trying to think of ways to educate people, you know, that they have to do more to get the help they need. You think you do more, but that's right. We have, you know, years and years of experience, and still there's no guarantee. There's no guarantee in anything. But you just increase your chances so much by doing it. Now I see more and more people are calling their elected official and getting things that are just remarkable doing. But what you have to remember, you just can't call one. You got to call every one of those suckers, you know, because it's like a dating or jobs or anything. It may not be right. You get them at the wrong time, or they don't care. They're busy doing something. You know, we're all human. So you got to remember the human factor involved. My license back. My license back. Not sure what that was, Sharon. But so you have to use the human. It's a numbers game. It's like sales, and everything is that way. I mean, I wrote books. I wrote 100, and only 10 made money. But if I didn't write 100, I wouldn't find the 10. This is a little noisy here. This is the State Department. It's not just a block up from the Lincoln Memorial. I don't even know who's the Secretary of State. Getting too old to keep up on that. My wife's family was involved in that stuff. But I never was. I mean, I grew up in Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. I couldn't even spell Washington. I had no idea this stuff was here. That's why I get excited about it. I mean, I got Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania. I got to here and got an MBA after the Vietnam War. And wow, look at all this stuff. And I saw all these millionaires making billions out of it. Why doesn't everybody know about it? Man, this is for everybody. We live in a democracy. It's supposed to be for everybody. You know, not just for the fat cats. They learn how to do it. And they pay thousands and tens of thousands and millions to figure out how to get more. So most of the stuff really is for individuals. And, you know, you got to learn it yourself. And it's not, you know, it's not impossible. It's easy. It just takes perseverance, like everything else. You learned how to drive. You learned how to use the computer. You learned how. This is just a part of life that's an important tool to start using. You know, if you haven't yet. And again, I say, if you have an easier way, fine. But it's also more than money. I mean, there's information, there's legal. I mean, you have a legal problem, you get better legal help for free somewhere in the government, because they write the laws and they enforce them. So why hire an attorney at $200 an hour or whatever it is, when you could find a government office that wrote that law, and your attorney at $200 an hour will go out and learn the law and charge you $200 an hour. Or you could call somebody who wrote the law, and if you got a case, they sue them and you get the money that way. Now that sounds a little better. and that's what I'm, so whether it's health care or whatever, how many people get government grants to treat conditions for free? Dentists do that too. Mental health. We have so many programs, but it takes digging. And healthcare is just incredibly expensive. It's so profitable to the companies, so I don't think it's going to change a whole lot. It's sort of like the financial services industry. They make more profits than any other industry and hire the least amount of people. So where's that money going? Well, not to you and me. And that's it. Oh, listen, guys, I gotta go answer questions. So remember our new offer to, we give you $200 if you show us the work you did in trying to get a grant of any amount. So we're gonna pay you to learn how to get a government grant. Now that's pretty good. See, usually you pay us to learn. No, now we pay you. So that's pretty cool, they think. So let us pay you. And you'll learn more too that way, because other people do, so you have other people that are trying, and we'll make a community out of this. Because I think that's where the real help is, not so much for me and the other people I work with, but it's for other members to help other people too. And that's why I hope that this goes towards doing that too. You know what a nice day it is, man. It's like gonna be 70, I think, today. Oh, by the way, we have Porch Fest this Saturday. If you're in Washington, D.C., come to Adams Morgan, because there's like 68 porches that will have music all afternoon. And our apartment building is going to have 5 bands all afternoon from the apartment building. And it's like that all over Adams Morgan. Our Adams Morgan Porch Fest. So come to DC and learn about it. Fun. That's the key. Have fun in life, man, because it's a pain in the ass if you don't.